It's another day, the sun is shining. Got to know what's going on around you. Wake up, it's the time to motivate your mind. Come with me, let's make this moment brighter. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Come on and wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Wake up with the Bahamas at sunrise. Hey.
Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise. A very happy Friday to you. As my co host Phil would normally say, TGIF, meaning thank God it's Friday. We, of course, have survived another week and we are grateful that you have joined us. I'm Anastasia Palacios. Of course, Phil is missing this morning, and so we want to just send our well wishes to him. He's doing quite fine, just had to do some travels this weekend. And so he's not able to join us today, but of course, we are thinking of him and thinking of you. He would always start with birthday shout outs. And so a very happy birthday to all of those celebrating this week. And then, of course, unfortunately, even as we get to celebrate life, we remember those who did not make it through this week and the many families that are mourning severe losses, many of them from COVID and COVID related complications. And we continue to pray for those families and to pray for our nation as the battle rages on. This COVID-19 pandemic seems to not be taking it any easier on us. And nevertheless, we persist. And so today we continue on with another great show lined up for you. We're going to be talking with so many different people. And so call a friend, text a friend, tell them Bahamas at Sunrise is on, and now is the time to join us. Today, we're going to be talking about the International Day of the Older Person in our Bridging the Gap segment. And Ian Ferguson is going to explain the importance of succession planning, which is a very important conversation, especially as we have these conversations around generational wealth, around the fact that we know that we will leave the earth someday, and the fact that we're going to leave organizations. And so all of that will happen this morning. The team from Goombay Kids is also here to talk about their season 3 launch. And so we're very excited to have them on the show. Goombay Kids is a phenomenal kids TV show being produced here in the Bahamas that allows our young people to explore our islands and so many wonderful things about our culture. So we're very excited to have Goombay Kids join us this morning. And Sister is here for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Of course, we are talking all things breast cancer this month as we continue to remember those who've lost their lives to breast cancer. And of course, as we encourage you to use this month to get yourself checked out. If you've not been doing your annual appointments and you are a woman over 40, this is the time to make sure that you take advantage of some very great deals out there to get those mammograms and, if necessary, ultrasounds done. We want to identify breast cancer as early as possible in order for us to make sure that we are saving lives and sustaining yours. So please, please, please pay attention to that segment. And if you've not yet done so, go ahead and book your mammogram appointment. And of course, we want to invite you to attend the 15th annual Exuma Business Outlook. That's going to be happening on October 28th, where our keynote speaker is going to be the Honorable Chester Cooper, who of course is our Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Tourism, and I think Trade and Investments, a large portfolio that he has there, of course, while representing the people of Exuma. We're going to have more details to follow, but it is going to be dynamic. We held our Abaco Business Outlook yesterday, and it was simply phenomenal. So you want to make sure that you get registered as soon as possible for the 15th annual Exuma Business Outlook happening on October 28th. All of that ahead for you and so much more. But before we get into it, let's find out from Godfrey Burnside what the weather looks like this weekend. Here's to you, Godfrey.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. What's first for you comes first for us.
Thank you, sir, and good morning, Bahamas. In your first look at weather at sunrise, building high pressure off the islands will create dry conditions for the islands over the next couple of days, while the trough continues to support some showers over some of the islands over the weekend and into Sunday as a cool front moves near the extreme northwest Bahamas. Today, though, partly sunny, very warm, And there's a chance of a few showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, high temperature 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, a few clouds around on the mild side, the low temperature going down to 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And there's some regional highs and lows across the Caribbean. Barbados, 89 and 79. In Jamaica, 86 and 75. In Trinidad, 91 and 78. And the Turks and Caicos Islands, 89 and 73. Across North America, Atlanta, 84 and 63. In Raleigh, 85 and 62. In Miami, 87 and 75. Dallas, Texas, 73 and 59. And Toronto, Canada, 67 and 60. As we go to the weekend, nice weekend and so weather-wise, lots of sunshine, warm temperature, well roll a shower thunderstorm by afternoon, and then we have a cool front and move into the area sometime on Sunday night, and that will stall over the New Providence area by Tuesday, and expect some breezy conditions to start moving in the islands by Sunday evening. So that puts you up on your first look at the weather at sunrise. I'm Godfrey Burnside. Back to you, Star.
Thank you so much, Godfrey. The International Day of Older Persons is observed each year on October 1st and is a time to raise awareness about issues affecting the elderly. Here to discuss this with us, we're very happy to welcome Antoinette Seymour. She's a Trainee Welfare Officer of the Senior Citizens Division in the Ministry of Social Services. Ms. Seymour, good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning. Good morning. Antoinette Symonette.
Antoinette Symonette. That is my absolute apologies. I am reading it and not reading it properly at all, as this happens to many Bahamians as we skip over things sometimes. So thank you for that correction, Ms. Symonette. And of course, we're happy to have you with us today. We're talking about the International Day of Older Persons. And I'm happy that this is an actual day, because I think sometimes we forget about how important it is to honor our elders and the fact that someday, if we're lucky enough, we'll be old too. So I'm grateful that we get to share this morning on this very important topic. And the first thing I want to find out from you is, what is the 2021 theme for the International Day of the Older Person?
Okay, this year's theme is digital equity for all ages.
Digital equity for all ages. Now that's big, because of course the digital divide, it seems to be so different. We still have boomers alive who had no idea what a cell phone was when they were growing up and got introduced to technology very late on. And so this is interesting indeed. Why do you think this theme is needed at this time?
Digital equality is for all ages is needed at this time, so that persons can access and participate in the digital world.
Indeed. And I think about just the COVID-19 pandemic alone and how much things have had to go digital since that time, registering even for vaccinations, making sure that if you needed to travel, you had to do it online. And so this makes a lot of sense that this would be the theme for this year. How is the Senior Citizens Division assisting older persons in adjusting to the digital world?
Okay. We are encouraging older persons to learn the features of the cell phone so that they can use features such as WhatsApp and be able to have virtual contact with others.
Okay, all right, all very important. I'm smiling because I'm thinking of my grandfather, and he's not coming on WhatsApp to talk to me, so I can forget it. But you know, he is 94 now, and so you know, I can understand his hesitancy. But of course, the division is making sure that as much as possible, you try to get people to understand this new digital technology. One of the conversations that we would have had in the past with your division is about the Older Persons Bill. Is that bill still active, and what's happening there?
Okay, at this present time, the final draft has been submitted for approval, and we are awaiting a response from the Office of the Attorney General as to its status.
Okay. All right, so we're hopeful in this new day that they will get that bill passed and ready to make sure that our older persons are taken care of in the way that they need to be. what has your department been doing in particular, given this COVID environment, given that initially this virus was really attacking older persons? How has your department been working through COVID to make sure that older persons have been staying safe?
Okay, in this COVID environment, for everyone, they're encouraged to follow all the protocols. That's hand washing, sanitizing, wearing of masks, practicing social distance. And I may add, at this time, the residential facilities are not allowing visits.
The residential facilities are not allowing visits. That must be kind of lonely, though. So has the department been doing anything special in regards to that?
Again, we go back to the virtual.
Okay, back to the virtual.
You can call, you can check up on your loved ones. We encourage that. That's important.
Yeah, and this is why it's so important that the department is teaching how to use those WhatsApp features, etc.
Right, they get assistance from their families and friends to assist them with those features. That's we have been encouraging them to do so.
Okay, and of course, if people wanted to reach your department for whatever reason to learn more about what you're doing for the International Day of the Older Person, or just in general, how could they reach out to you?
Okay, you can contact the Senior Citizens Division at 376-3530. That's 376-3530. Also, we have a hotline, and the number is, if there is a concern that you have with an elderly or older person, you can always contact our hotline. The number is 322-2763 or 422-2763.
Okay, so some important. Yeah, very happy to assist. I can see that. And that's the thing I love about all of the people that come out from social services. You all genuinely love your job, which is caring for our community. Yes. And so we're very grateful that you guys continue to share with us. Just as we continue to talk about older persons, is there a particular age range that the division services? What counts as an older person in your sector? Okay,
our client's age is 60.
Okay.
Right. At the age of 60, we're considered, that's when we take on our clients and considered seniors.
Yes. Yeah, I like that. And I like how you phrase that, right? Because I can imagine my mom watching this right now and say, I'm not old, right? And then I guess I won't call her age on TV, but she's just at that threshold. And so it's important that we acknowledge it as seniority. And then we add the level of respect that is required for those who have gone before us and paved the way. And so this International Day of the Older Person really is just to acknowledge that and to acknowledge how far we've come because of them. And then, of course, this year, focusing on that digital divide and making sure that they can get help. Now, does your department actually have maybe flyers or information or some sort of kit that can help people with getting older persons to utilize the features on their phones?
That particular information, yes, we can provide that particular information. If you need it, you can call that same number, 376-3530, and I'm sure one of the officers there will be able to assist.
Okay. All right. Well, we want to thank you so much for joining us this morning, Ms. Symonette, of course. Ms. Symonette being a trainee welfare officer of the Senior Citizens Division of the Ministry of Social Services, bringing us information on the Day of Older Persons, which occurred on October 1st, but which they are honoring all month. And thank you so much for those updates on the Older Persons Bill and for all you've shared today and for all the work the department is continuing to do. We appreciate you joining us on Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thanks for having me, and have a blessed day and be safe.
You do the same. You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
First, it's more than just our name, more than just our achievements. It's our nature, and it's where we put our customers. At Bahamas First, we've refreshed our look, but our nature remains the same. We design insurance solutions that protect our customers from life's uncertainties, whatever they may be. We equip you for the future so that you can recover stronger. Bahamas First, what's first for you comes first for us.
Health is the greatest gift. That's where we come in. Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies is a premier distributor of medical equipment, as well as medical and surgical consumables. Our engineers are always on hand, providing top care service that saves lives. We carry a wide selection of over-the-counter and prescription items, IV fluids, and other injections. Our products are state-of-the-art, and our entire team stays on top of cutting-edge technology. With more than 2 decades of dedicated service, Bahamas Medical and Surgical Supplies continues to be a trendsetter and innovator in healthcare. We have set ourselves apart by truly caring for our customers. We understand the intricacies of healthcare, and we produce spectacular results. We cherish our partnerships and nurture our friendships as we continue on our quest to help everyone maintain that wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 9th Fifth Terrace, Centerville, right in the heart of the medical service epicenter of Nassau, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. During this segment, we'll be discussing succession planning, and we are so pleased to have as our guest Mr. Ian Ferguson, the Executive Director of Administrative Operations at the Ministry of Tourism, as well as a columnist of 13 years with the Tribune. Morning, Mr. Ferguson. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Mr. Butler. I am well.
Mr. Ferguson, please, for our viewing audience, what is succession planning?
So succession planning is essentially all that an organization does, whether it is a business, a department, a government agency, a church, a civic organization, a family. It is everything that you do in a very deliberate and intentional way to prepare someone else to assume every critical role that exists within that organization or that entity. It is all of the planning, all of the strategizing that goes into ensuring that there is a sense and a level of continuity so that things don't fall on the ground when that person dies, demits office, retires, or just checks out.
And how vital is succession planning to the success of an organization?
Well, it's really vital because there are some positions, there are some critical roles that are in organizations that simply cannot be left vacant. It's just too costly. And so, to ensure the stability, the financial viability of an organization, it's important for us to have persons who are in place. And then outside of that, it's about growing and developing the talent that you have within your organization. And so if one pastor decides to preach until he is 90 and walking with a cane, and then all of the young ministers die. They dry up with their gifts and their talents, and they're never able to fully realize the giftings and the call that they had to assume high levels of leadership. And so, it's all about developing opportunities, creating opportunities for those persons that are regarded as emerging leaders.
Okay.
And then, of course, it's again about strategic planning as well.
So what are some of the steps that should be taken to begin succession planning, Ian?
Well, it starts, I believe, with very firmly establishing what it is you want for your organization. What is the long-term goal, the long-term vision, the long-term understanding? Do you have an exit strategy? Is this business going to end and die with you? But if you want this thing to continue, then you need to be looking at what are those critical roles that we have in our organization? What are those things that we just can't afford to have vacant? We know we need in a business certain management levels, certain director level persons. We need certain persons in some technical roles. They may not be management, but they are so technical, so highly technical that we need someone in place to assume that role if that person were to resign, were to leave, were to die. And so it is identifying those critical roles and then scouring the organization to determine who would best be amply suitably qualified and fit for those individual roles, for those persons that we have. And then, of course, taking them on a track to prepare them. We often miss the preparation. We just go ahead and we any, mini, miny, mo with employees, and we just go ahead and put them in positions, and we end up with warm bodies, persons who can't really take the vision any further, who can't take the department any further. But it's very important that we prepare, that we coach, that we mentor, that we train those persons to really not just take the business to the next place, but to really grow and expand it.
So what type of time frames are we looking at, Ian? From when should I identify this individual, and what is that length of time that you think is suitable for them to be truly trained to succeed into that new role, into that new area, into that new leadership role?
Again, it depends on the kind of organization that you're in. It depends on the size. It depends on a number of factors. The global succession models say that if you are only thinking about this 1 year into, the actual active succession needing to take place, you're already too late. You're in an emergency situation. Okay. And so most models will tell you anywhere between 3 to 5 years, there needs to be a pool of persons who have been prepared or who are being prepared to assume roles, anywhere from 3 to 5 years.
Okay. And of course, should a succession plan be formalized and written down?
Absolutely. Just as much as your standard operating procedures need to be written, just as much as your vision and mission statements and your core values need to be written, but not just written, because a lot of times we write and then we throw it somewhere in a filing drawer, but it has to then be communicated to everyone in the organization. Everyone that needs to know, needs to know. Mm-hmm. It is important that this becomes a part of the culture of the organization. So not just written, but absolutely trained to, communicated, and we ought to ensure that everyone, particularly those involved who are in that emerging leaders group, and certainly the senior leaders in the organization, mm-hmm. they need to know that succession in this organization is the order of the day.
And of course, Ian, there will be obstacles and stumbling blocks. Why are so few companies committed to formal succession planning, in your opinion?
Well, I think a huge part of our challenge is we have so many insecure leaders around. We have leaders who are just naturally having issues with release, mm-hmm. Persons who are not prepared to train to whatever it is that they would have learned, whatever they would have amassed over the years of being in an organization. Sometimes there are some political forces at play, and so it really hurts an organization when you have gone through the whole process of preparing and identifying the right talent, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, someone appears because a family member needed the job, or a good political constituent needed a job, and so succession unfortunately goes out of the window. And so I believe, again, a huge part of our challenge is that we fail to sometimes formalize these things. And so sometimes, it's floating around in my head. I know who the person is going to assume my role, but I've not really had the conversation with them. I've not really prepared them. And so sadly and unfortunately, you have some failed succession models where persons assume a role, they're not ready for the role, and then we say, well, there it is, succession has failed.
Ian, I'm going to leave you with the last word. You have a minute to our viewing audience. Let them know why succession planning is so important, as well as give them contacts for you if they wanted to reach out to you to continue the conversation.
Right. I believe, I'm going to have to go to sacred scripture on this one, because I believe, as a community, this is something that we understand very well. Mm-hmm. Succession, in my opinion, and the reason why I believe this has become so near and dear to me and such a very powerful point, it is God's way. It is the way of scripture. And so, Moses had a Joshua, and Elijah had an Elisha, and Jesus had his disciples. And although he could have done it by himself, and although he could have gone certainly with all power, all by himself on his own walk, he decided to take others with him. He decided that I am going to be leaving at some point. And when I leave, I'm going to need this work to continue. I'm going to need this to carry on. And I think if we would get that in our heads, that we're not here forever, that it's our job to ensure the legacy that we have put in place, to ensure the hard work that we've put into our organizations. It is so sad. It is harrowing when I go to the Family Island, sir, and I see so many organizations that are dead or dying because mom and pop refuse to release. So I say, listen, don't let that thing die. Release it, prepare those persons who are right there, ready, waiting, willing. Generation X, we've been ready. Generation Y, millennials, they are ready and they are capable. They may do it a little differently, but they are very capable. Give it to them, prepare them. Let's see this happen. I'm Ian Ferguson, and the best way to contact me is iferguson@bahamas.com.
Ian, thank you for joining us this morning, and
Thank you for
we
having me.
enjoyed this segment. This is Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Warner Rogers.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ranga.
Hi, I'm Dr. Valencia Johnson.
Hi, I'm Dr. Munish Sharma.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jazreel Thompson.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bonami.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rajesh Pahawa.
Hi, I'm Dr. Therese Nairn Knowles.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alpheus Alec,
Director of Ambulatory Services at Doctors Hospital.
I'm the consultant surgeon here at Doctors Hospital.
I'm a pediatrician here at Doctors Hospital.
I'm the director of imaging at Doctors Hospital.
An anesthesiologist here at Doctors Hospital.
Infectious diseases physician.
I'm radiologist at Doctors Hospital.
Emergency room physician here at Doctors Hospital.
and I'm clinical director of the Emergency Transport Services and Continuing Medical Education here at Doctors Hospital.
I am vaccinated against COVID-19.
I have been fully vaccinated for COVID-19.
I am fully vaccinated against COVID.
I am fully vaccinated against COVID-19.
I'm fully vaccinated against COVID-19.
And I'm fully vaccinated against COVID-19.
I'm fully vaccinated against COVID.
I'm fully vaccinated against the COVID-19 virus.
I'm fully vaccinated against COVID-19.
I hope you are too.
Are you?
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 Our world has changed. Many businesses have been closed for months with little or no access to their customers until now. Rev Media can help you remain connected to your customers. Our trusted customized advertising packages and personalized consultants will provide your business with immeasurable support during this challenging time. Your customers are already watching. Rev Media can help you to remain connected. Call us today. Let us help you.
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Thank you so much for staying with us. We hope that you've been enjoying the show so far on this fabulous Friday. I'm Anastasia Palacios. And of course, normally you would hear an I'm Phil Simon, but my good co-host is out today. And so it's just you and I enjoying the morning at sunrise. So we got more to come in the second half of the show for you. We hope that you were, listening as he talked about Elisha and Eliza in that past segment and how important succession planning is. Certainly something that we know is a very important conversation here in our own country. And then, of course, with the International Day of Older Persons having passed on October 1, we're wanting to make sure that those at all ages have access to technology and digitization. And of course, you can give social services a call if you need any assistance with that. In the second half of the show now, we've got more to come. We're talking with some young people involved with a show called Goombay Kids. Really looking forward to learning more about the process involved with that show and sharing some of the episodes they're going to be having coming up. And we're also going to be talking with Sister, of course, that group being dedicated to breast cancer awareness. We're going to be looking at the work that they do and, of course, encouraging you again and again throughout the month to make sure that you're getting those mammograms done. We can save so many lives if breast cancer is detected early. So all of that to come for you ahead and more. But first, let's take a second look at weather with Godfrey Burnside.
Weather at Sunrise, brought to you by Bahamas First. What's first for you comes first for us.
Thank you, Star, and good morning, Bahamas. In your second look at weather sunrise, our tropical weather outlook, and we have an elongated area of low pressure located more than 500 miles southeast of Bermuda. This system has a 10% chance of tropical cyclone formation over the next 5 days. Elsewhere, tropical storm formation not expected during the next 5 days. On the local scene, building high pressure north of the islands will give some dry conditions over the area, but still have some troughing that will support a few showers, isolated thunderstorms across the islands on the weekend. But for the most part, we look at our marine forecast. Winds northeasterly at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet over the northwest and central Bahamas, variable at 10 knots or less, seas less than 3 feet over the southeastern islands. On Saturday, across all the islands, winds variable at 10 knots or less, seas less than 3 feet. On Sunday, those winds become north and northeast at 10 to 15 knots, sea 2 to 4 feet in northwest Bahamas, variable at 10 knots or less, seas less than 3 feet over the central and southeastern islands. Your tides. You can expect a low tide at 10:28 this morning. Next high tide at 4:48 this afternoon. Low gain tonight at 11:18. Sunset 6:41 this evening. Rising tomorrow at 7:09. UV index 8. Your water temperature 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And your moon phase for its quarter. External look. High pressure shift towards the east. Make way for a cold front to move into extreme northwest Bahamas on Sunday. Should continue southeastward across New Providence Zero by Monday and stall. And we expect high pressure to be behind that and create some breezy conditions starting on Sunday evening through Wednesday. But for the weekend, a lovely one, lots of sunshine, warm temperatures, chance of a few showers, maybe like a thunderstorm. We expect a mix of sun and clouds on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. The temperature daytime will be in the upper 80s, at nighttime in the low 70s. That puts you up on your phone. Look at weather sunrise. I'm got to go inside. Back to you, Star.
Thank you so much for the update, Godfrey. I am all smiles this morning. And this is the one time I'm glad that Phil is not here because I get to have the segment to myself. You all know how much we love young people on Bahamas at Sunrise. They are definitely the future of the country. But while they are the future, we want to make sure that in the current season, that they are learning as much as they can and embracing all that it means to be Bahamian. And that's exactly what Goombay Kids does. It is a show designed to educate youth about culture, history, and the fundamentals of life in a fun, entertaining, informative, and explorative way. Here to talk with us about season 3, we are incredibly excited to welcome Stephanie Nahan. She's the creator and executive producer of Goombay Kids. She's joined by Roena Poitier Sutherland, who is the supervising producer, acting coach of Goombay Kids. And then we get the stars themselves. Kiara Jones, I've known since she was born. She doesn't know this, but her mom and I are good friends, and she has been a star. She came out as a star, and now you get to see her in person on the show. She's an actor with Goombay Kids. Raven White, that smile, you can see it right there. That's another star. And she, of course, is an actor on Goombay Kids. And then loving to see our young men do their thing. Jahan Shalantley. Jahan, you're going to have to pronounce that for me because I know I messed that up. He's also an actor on Goombay Kids, and he just did a phenomenal job this season. He is the pirate to be fared. If you guys want to be pirates for Halloween, you want to find Jahan's episode just to see how to do it right. And so we're grateful that all of you have joined us this morning. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh man, I'm so happy to have you all here. Okay, let's get right into it. So Stephanie, talk to me about Goombay Kids. I kind of gave them a background on, what the show is. What was it born for you? Like, why did you decide that now is the time to create a show like this?
Well, we're about to enter season 3. It was a little bit tricky in a pandemic launching the show, but we managed to get to our 3rd season. And luckily we had less COVID cases this period when we filmed in June. So we really got to do it the way we wanted. And we took it in a scripted island adventure route and really upped the production value and enhanced the show a lot. So you're really going to see a much different show, but still the same cast and integrity of the old show, because we'll have the same segments mixed in we always had, like Island of the Day and Fact of the Day and the cooking segment and all the ones that everybody knows and loves. But yeah, it was really inspired by, just showcasing young Bahamian talent, which hasn't really been done to this degree. as well as educating through entertainment. Featuring our other islands because we feel that's really important, and showing how each one is unique. And teaching the fundamentals, as mentioned, kindness, how to treat our environment, how to treat each other and our animals, how to like encouraging outdoor play and imagination games and gardening and arts and all the great stuff, that kind of has gotten lost a little bit in the pandemic. So that's really what the show's all about. And we're really excited to show you this season because it's a really quite an epic adventure the kids go on this time. They go back in time to 1720 and they meet pirates. They learn about the legend of Junkanoo and learn to put their own Junkanoo on from start to finish. They go to a rake and scrape cultural camp called Camp Goombay with crazy Jaquay Adderley is our crazy camp counselor. He's not crazy, the camp counselor's crazy, sorry. And then we also go discover the lost city of Atlantis, which was a really big adventure to film it and to the actual script. It's a great fun. And we also have a staycation adventure with 2 episodes in Atlantis. So yeah, we're really excited. It's got a lot of familiar faces like Sawyer Boy and Jaquay Adderley and Charlie Bahama and Leah Naeus, and who am I missing? Zaneo Newbold, the Sarge, yeah. So it's full of Bahamian fun and influencers, and we air this Monday, so we're getting close. We're excited.
I mean, listen, have I stopped smiling yet? I've not stopped smiling yet because it just sounds like an amazing time. And it sounds like we're going to learn so much. And what I love about this is that it's aimed at kids, obviously, but parents seem to get to watch it too. And they get to learn it again and be refreshed. And so that's really exciting. Rowena, you and I have known each other for some time now. Whenever you come on, it's something positive. It's uplifting. It's about culture. It's about community and communication and the way that we get to enjoy space through acting. What led you to getting involved with this project, one, and then talk to me about this talented cast that you put together?
My goodness, well, this is just a really natural fit. I'm the founder of Bahamas Artist Movement, also known as BAM, and we partnered with Goombay Kids, and it's really just been spectacular because BAM and myself, of course, we believe in Bahamian education through entertainment and the development of the industry here. And so that's really what Goombay Kids is. Goombay Kids is a show for Bahamians by Bahamians. At the same time, we're cultivating an industry, and kids as young as 6 years old are getting this experience. And so it was just natural. I was a part of the casting, selection, and it's so natural. These children are extremely talented, and it's just been so easy to work with them. It's been a delight that they're talent here in the Bahamas.
Awesome. Well, I want to meet these amazing cast kids, right? Because if you can go back in time, be a pirate, take on Jaquay, my good friend, and Sawyer Boy, then I know that you guys are ready to be real stars. Jahan, I want to get started with you. What was your best part of filming this show? What was so much fun for you?
I like how I got to interact with the other kids from neighboring islands of the Bahamas. I got to accompany 3 best friends on the journeys back in time. They got to meet the pirates and everything. It was just very entertaining.
All right. And so Kiara, for you, what was the most fun this season?
The most fun this season was when we went to Atlantis because I got to see many marine animals that I never got to see up close before.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you like animals?
Very much.
Yeah, I can tell that. And the marine life at Atlantis is so cool. There's dolphins there, and there's sharks there, and there's all these different sorts of fish. And then they've got like these big manta rays. So that's really cool as well. Raven, for you, what was the most exciting part?
I would say camp. I'm learning about the Bahamian folklore like Mama Dilla and Papa Black.
Oh, I don't even know about them, Raven. So I'm going to have to watch that episode because that sounds like a lot of fun. And that's exciting because we get to re-educate each other on what it means to be Bahamian. So that sounds like a lot of fun for real. Jahan, I love that you talked about meeting other kids and exploring other islands. All of this is what being a community is all about. Why do you think people should watch the show?
Because it's a very fun, educational TV show. It was actually the first ever kids Bahamian TV show. So very monumental for the Bahamas.
I love that. Monumental. Look at that word. Yes, Jahan, you let us know that this is monumental indeed. Kiara, for you, why do you think everybody should watch Goombay Kids? Besides your absolutely cute face, why should we watch it?
It's very educational and you can learn about our Bahamian Islands.
Okay, so it's educational. We can learn about the Bahamian Islands. Raven, you've already told me about the folklore episode. I'm absolutely tuned in. But why do you think everybody should watch Goombay Kids?
Because it's fun, it's educational. You can learn about all types of things with the Bahamas, and it has a fun cooking show. You can learn how to cook stuff, and yeah, it's really fun. And they have jokes of the day, and you can learn a lot of things.
Listen, Raven, they got cooking in there too. You didn't tell me, Raven. Okay, so we got cooking and we got jokes, all of which I love. And I'm just so happy that we got to meet you three because you guys are amazing. And I just want to watch for you. Like the cooking and the folklore, that's good too. But really, I want to see you guys be stars because you're just incredible. And I wish you all the best on your acting journey. Rowena, for you, why should we tune into this show? What is this? What is the extra special ingredient that goes into Goombay Kids that should make everybody want to rush?
I think Raven hit the nail on the head. It is fun. It is an epic adventure. You travel through time. You learn about Bahamian history. You feel proud to be a Bahamian, and it's fun. So why wouldn't you want to watch it?
It's fun. Makes sense to me. All right. So Stephanie, let's talk about the future now. Are you guys gonna do another season? If you are gonna do another season, do you need sponsorship? Talk to me about what the needs are to continue this awesome programming.
Yeah, we are getting bigger every season, so that's really exciting. And hopefully we'll have many seasons with RTV. We have lots of international press out of this season, lots of international interest. So, sky's the limit. We'll see how far we can take it. Yes, sponsorship is huge for us. We love to incorporate brands that make a mutually beneficial relationship out of it, like a partnership. So each party is really benefiting from each other. But yes, sponsors are a huge part of being able to continue the show, obviously. And we just, obviously, if you want to get in touch, if you want to be a part of the show, watch out for auditions. We will have them on our Goombay Kids Facebook and Instagram pages. If you want to intern in PA, there's opportunities for that. Behind the scenes photographers, kids who just want to get involved, teens, college students, whoever. You can reach out. If you're a company and you want to, incorporate and get written in the script, this is a great time for season 4. We've started writing season 4 already. So if you want to actually get written and incorporated like Atlantis was, it's a great time. Atlantis got 2 full 30-minute episodes just about Atlantis and a Bahamian perspective on it, which really is like a running ad because we have unlimited plays on Rev Cable Bahamas. So that's like a wonderful arrangement to just be played unlimited plays, So yeah, we also can incorporate the Goombay Kids in your commercial or your branding or anything. So we love supporting local, obviously, and we want everyone to support local and tune in. We boast a all Bahamian crew and cast. We are very, very proud of. We didn't have anybody that wasn't Bahamian except our child who plays the tourist Atlantis. But we are definitely very proud that, we had 45 Bahamian crew members. We had 86 member cast. We did 22 locations. It really was a huge undertaking. Aerial shots, underwater shots, the whole thing. We filmed the whole summer. We bled our hearts into it. And we made a show that is an epic island adventure that adults will also enjoy. So I really, it's much more cinematic. So we really hope everybody enjoys it. And it airs this Monday at 7 p.m. on RTV. So please tune in and let us know your thoughts.
So this Monday, 7 p.m. on RTV. So listen, I'm ready. I'm going to set my alarm just so I make sure that I do not miss it because it sounds like it's going to be just a phenomenal show. Rowena, any final words that you want to give to us? Because, people might think you can't make it in the arts. That's the mentality, right? That there's no viable thing. And if you're trying to create an industry, Rowena, you would understand the pushbacks, how hard it is, how difficult it is. And yet we're seeing shows like Goombay Kids come to fruition. Bahamas at Sunrise, of course, celebrates 20 years. So it is possible, but it is work. So any final words you want to give to any artist out there, maybe any kid out there that's watching and somehow wants to get into this as well?
Absolutely, because I was that kid, as you know, Anastasia. I've always wanted to do it, and I could not understand why I didn't want to do anything else. And so that's what Goombay Kids represents to me. It is a beacon of hope that you can do it. And there are opportunities for development. For example, at BAM, we have development. We're at Fusion. You can check us out on Saturdays. And please follow us on social media for Goombay Kids. And if you want to get involved, if you want to sponsor, there's always a way. There are opportunities. And we're supporting the artists. You want to tune into Goombay Kids because you see that this is for us, by us, and that we can do it.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. Stephanie, thank you for the idea. Thank you for committing to it for 3 seasons and now moving into a 4th. Rowena, thank you for your support of this and for, this amazing cast. Raven, thank you for letting us know all the good stuff that's to come. I'm ready for the cooking and the folklore and to see your beautiful smile. Kiara, I want you to keep shining, my love. You are just such a little light. And we're looking forward to those episodes where we learn about those marine animals. Jahan, I love to see my young men do their thing, especially on camera. We want to see more young men like you show up. So thank you for joining us this morning on Bahamas at Sunrise. Incredibly proud of all of you. All the best with season 3, which premieres this Monday, 7 p.m. at RTV. Make sure that you're tuned in and supporting our young people. Thanks again, all of you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
If you're watching Bahamas at Sunrise, we'll be right back.
Partner up with the Bahamas as we recreate our islands in the form of a pavilion, showcasing everything our country has to offer, from culinary arts and storytelling to business investments and sustainability. Connect with the world, tell our country's story, explore our future possibilities, and help us transform the Bahamas.
Doctors Hospital is proud to introduce the Loyalty Advantage Membership Program, or LAMP. LAMP offers medical service discounts to new and existing Doctors Hospital patients. With membership starting as low as $20 per month, LAMP benefits include fee waivers for insured patients, discounts on inpatient and outpatient services, access to free imaging services, and much more. For a full list of benefits or to sign up for LAMP, visit doctorshos.com/LAMP. Doctors Hospital, trusted and best care now. Isn't your health worth?
Welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise. Of course, we are talking Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We are committed to making sure that you recognize how important it is to get treated and tested as early as possible. And so we're having a conversation with the Sister Sister Breast Cancer Support Group, who offers a safe and caring environment for those whose lives have been touched by breast cancer. And today, their president, Andrea Sweeting, is here to talk with us. Good morning, Ms. Sweeting, and welcome back to Bahamas at Sunrise.
Good morning, Bahamas. Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you with us. And we just want to learn more about Sister Sister as a breast cancer support group. Of course, this month we bring the awareness to everyone. We remind people to go and get checked. We want people to try to live as long of a life as possible. But if that life continues, then support is certainly needed because it looks so different. So what is the work that Sister Sister does?
Well, we're grateful and thankful to our founders, Dr. Loxley Monroe, Dr. Charles Diggis, and our nurse Charlene McPhee. We started this group 21 years ago. Can you believe it?
Wow.
20 years ago. And so During these years, what we have actually done for our patients when they have been diagnosed is to offer them the portacath, which is the instrument that is surgically implanted for the administration of the chemotherapy. We give these as our gift to you. The same as the needles for the transfusion. Each person must need needles. And so we help in that aspect. There are some persons who require, when we say that, the PET-CT, which is the full body scan, for the doctors to know or to assess exactly what's going on. We try to help with that too. But during this pandemic, we've had a very tight schedule. We could not have our prayer breakfast, which is the main fundraiser, in 2020, nor were we able to have it in 21. And so that is where the biggest problem is. So we're grateful and thankful to Ports International, who has actually allowed us to have a credit. And so they would give us the portacath, and as soon as we get in the donation, then we can actually pay them. So we're thankful for that. We did not have to turn away anybody who needed a port at that point in time. Okay. So we're still struggling here, and that is our main focus, to ask persons to please help us get through this.
Yeah. So I can imagine, that's a lot. That is a lot that you said there, Ms. Sweeting. And for those who do not know or have not dealt with somebody who's had breast cancer directly, which given the numbers in our country isn't many people, they may not be intricately involved or have the awareness of all that's needed to just get treatment, right? But Sister obviously offers these items free of charge to those that need it. And so certainly it is up to us as a community to support you as best we can with making sure that, you can pay that ports bill. So how do we contact you? How do we reach you if we do want to make a contribution to reducing that bill for you and for those that need these items?
The office number is 326-1929, and my cell is 376-0054. And you can contact us at any time. Someone's at the office from 9 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon.
Okay. Now, Ms. Sweeting, that's you do that, and we got that out, which is incredibly important. But are there also support opportunities with Sister? So if someone has been recently diagnosed or someone has gone through surgery and now are trying to readjust to life, right, after months of chemo, months of feeling unwell, do you offer any support in that sense?
Oh, yes, we do have two sessions of support groups. When we say that, we have the older persons in one particular group and all of our newer individuals in another group. But we try our best to make sure that they're comfortable and to know that they're not alone. And this is something that we all have passed through. And that is one of the things why the support mechanism is there, to let an individual know that, okay, I went through this same journey that you're going through. Mine might be a little bit different, but we're going to make it. Okay. And that's how you want an individual to look at that.
What type of toll does cancer take on the individual and then the family involved with supporting and being there as the person journeys? How does that work?
It's a toll on everybody, because everybody don't accept the way you should. When I say you should, they're frightened, yes. They feel within themselves that they're not going to make it through this. And that is where the support comes in, to let you know that you will make it. And you have to believe that, regardless of what is going on. Yes, for some of us, because we're all different, chemotherapy is totally different when we take it. We may have morning sickness, or we may have problems during our day where we can't do certain things. And we have to rely on our families to help us through all of that. But that is one of the things that the support is here for, to help you to know that, yes, this is only for a period. So you have to make up your mind that we're going to get through this period.
Okay. And do you have any maybe stories that speak to what the group has done for your members? Any sort of reflections from sisters in the group who have positive memories or a positive associations with the sister group and what they've done for them?
Yes, sure. Some of our ladies are truly grateful, very much grateful. And these are the ones who are anxious to talk about their story, to let you know that, hey, I had a very rough time, but if it was not for the support of the group, I probably won't be here. And that is one of the things that we really and truly enjoy hearing them, because if you know what their stories were, and now to see how eager they are to really express their feelings, it makes you feel good too.
Yes. Who can join Sister Sister?
Anyone can, especially at these kinds of times. You may want to just help and be a part of us. We're doing our meetings by Zooms as well. And for that particular reason, just to make sure that we keep everybody safe. So we're trying our best in every aspect. But like I say, persons would come and help us out with the store. We've been truly blessed. We still are able to do what we call the morning tea at oncology. And we say thanks to all of the sorority groups who assist us with those products to take for morning tea. And so we pack bags and take it there for them. And we still try to do the little things that we can do, especially when it comes to distribution of food items for our members, because some of them are in positions where they can't actually do that. And so we'll continue to help in every aspect.
Okay. And are you all using any, I know you said you guys were on Zoom in terms of your meetings. Are you on Facebook or Instagram or any of the other social media so we can keep up with you?
Right, we are on Facebook. We're on Facebook. We're just starting up on Instagram right now because someone told us maybe we should try that. And so we just get that all set up and started. But no, we try to make sure that everybody's comfortable in that aspect.
All right. Well, Ms. Sweeting, thank you so much for joining us today. Before we go, do you want to just offer any final words to those that might be nervous about going into screening, or just need a little word of encouragement about making sure that they're getting tested as regularly as possible?
Thank you so much. We want to let women know, yes, it is a difficult time around this period. And we realize, but some of our institutions are offering half price for the mammogram. So if you think you need one, and that's why we say you should be doing your own self-breast examination to find out what's going on with your breast. And if there's anything that you think it's funny or feeling differently, then you need to actually go and check that out. And so we want to applaud our institutions for that, because at least they're trying to make sure that persons don't say, well, I don't have the funds to do that. So to do it at half price, it helps everybody. Yes. But please, early detection is the saver of our lives.
Well, Ms. Sweeting, we want to thank you for joining us again. We want to thank you for your committed work to Sister Sister. We hope that those corporate sponsors out there heard the plea, and for individuals as well who might be able to continue to support Sister Sister financially. They, of course, are a nonprofit organization, but do their very best to help to take care of those with breast cancer and in need. And so if you can reach out to them, whether that's their Facebook page or through the numbers given to you earlier, they would really appreciate the support. Ms. Sweeting, thank you so much for joining us again on Bahamas at Sunrise.
And all the best.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
One thing, two things, blue thing, old things, things that are small, things that are grand, things that fit just right, and in the palm of your hand. Fox Hill Nursery, a large selection of garden supplies. If you can see it in your mind, you can find it at Fox Hill Nursery.
Have you heard about Trinity Christian Schools?
We are a family school located on Trinity Way, Stapleton Gardens. We offer quality Christian education from preschool to grade 6. Here are the reasons why you should choose Trinity Christian Schools.
We offer quality Christian education.
We are a family school.
Our teachers provide individual support.
Our class sizes are small.
We offer a safe and happy environment.
Our teachers are caring and experienced.
Join the Trinity family.
We want you to be a part of the Trinity Christian Schools.
Come join us.
We want you to be a part of our family.
Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode of Bahamas at Sunrise and for journeying with me, even as I journeyed without my co-host, Phil. He, of course, should be back with us next week. But in the meantime, I want you all to have a wonderful weekend, and we'll be back with more Bahamas at Sunrise on Monday. Make it a great one. Bye.